I get better, I'm gonna race you down the hall and back. I bet I beat you.
Oh, it's a bet. He's all yours. I have some other patients I need to take care of. Listen, I'll see you later, okay? All righty.
Joe, I can't thank you enough for the care you've given Neil.
Oh, Neil, this is my brother Frank that I was telling you about.
Oh, the demon squirt gun from the pediatric ward.
I was just complimenting Joe. Your brother's become a terrific doctor, Frank.
I never doubted Joe would make something of himself.
Well, I owe it all to Frank. He's the one that put me through med school.
Well, I'm not surprised to hear that. Frank was always so protective of his baby brother.
Neil!
Oh, great.
Hey, we were just in your room, but you weren't there. I was in Dracula's castle giving blood. Does it hurt? I'm used to needles.
Ever ask you something? I put my favorite stickers on it.
This is really cool. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Hey, you want to come see this squirt gun my mom got me?
Don't tell me. Is it a super sticker squirt gun? Can we go there, Grandma?
Well, that's up to Neil's mom. I'm Dr. Baldwin.
I'm Courtney Camilos.
Hello.
Now is a great time for a visit, but I hope you brought an umbrella.
Uh-oh.
I'll see you later, Joe.
Hi, Joe. Okay.
She hasn't changed a bit.
I don't care if she's changed or not. She's here because her son has leukemia. That's all I'm concerned about.
Thank you. So how did Scott react to the news?
I didn't stick around long enough to find out. The minute I heard Lucy tell him I used to be a hooker, I got the hell out of there.
You don't owe anyone an explanation for what you did. Not me. Not even Scott.
It doesn't matter why I did it. Doesn't matter. I made the choice to turn tricks. It was me. I was young. I was stupid. I thought that no one that I cared about would ever find out. Well, Lucy set me straight on that one, didn't she? She made sure that Scott saw exactly how ugly it was. She even told him the name I used to use.
We all hope that our choices won't be held against us.
Wishful thinking, huh? Scott and I had was good. It was good. Honest. Pure.
Are you sure it's over?
What Scott and I had is contaminated now. It's ruined. No matter how hard Scott says that he could forget that I was a whore, he can't. I can't.
You know something, Eve? I've done a lot of things in my life that left me feeling ashamed and humiliated. I've had the experience of feeling that the whole world turned against me, and it probably had. You get to the other side of it, and you realize that you're just not the devil that they make you out to be. You're also never going to be the perfect person that you want to be, either. You're just you. All your baggage. And all your potential.
There's just one problem with the new, confident Eve. She's alone. Scott probably hates me.
Well, I've never been one to give much credit to Scott Baldwin. But I think he's smart enough to know when he's got a good thing. Why don't you just see what he has to say? Give him a chance.
Dr. Montrone to the morgue. Dr. Joseph Montrone to the morgue.
I want you to stay away from Joe.
Aren't you a little old to be playing Big Brother? Joe's all grown up.
I'm not going to stand around and watch you take a machete to his life again.
I don't care what you will or won't do. Joe is Neil's doctor. I really couldn't avoid him even if I were so inclined to do what you want. Which I certainly am not.
What's the matter, Courtney? Didn't you do enough damage to him last time? Why don't you pack up your hornet's nest of a life and go play pitiful me with somebody else?
I didn't come here to make time with your precious baby brother. In case you haven't noticed, my son has cancer. He may not live. That is why I'm here in this hospital, and if you had an ounce of brains or a shred of class, you would see that.
Cut the act! You expect me to believe that you just happened to end up here where Joe practices? You don't get out of bed in the morning without an agenda.
I know that ever since you were boys, you felt it was your duty to protect Joe. But I would have thought that even a blockhead like you could have figured out by now that Joe doesn't need a babysitter.
Pay attention, Courtney. You messed up Joe's life once, and you are not going to do it again.
Oh, go to hell.
Consider this a warning. If you hurt Joe again, I will personally make you pay.
I want you to call Dr. May, please.
Under one condition.
Here we go.
Now that I'm back at the hospital, I cannot return to just running into you at the nurse's station. I want more than that.
Well, you don't get an argument from me. I want that, too. And for both our careers' sake, we have to be really careful. Keep this relationship a secret.
Agreed.
Oh, and Ellen, you gotta keep your hands off me in public.
Oh.
I have to find a way to manage.
Well, you know what? If that's what you want, then you can just forget about ever putting your hands on me from now on, in private as well as public.
Oh, yeah? Oh, get it then. Quick.
Where have you been? We were supposed to be getting ready for Catherine's memorial service.
I was with Eve, Lucy. You know, I have seen you pull some rotten stunts in your day. But I have never seen you go so far out of your way just to hurt someone.
Okay, Doc, wait. Okay, what this is about is just the way we see things. We have a difference of opinion, that's all. You think Eve is innocent. I know she's guilty. I think you're not facing the facts at all. Like the bracelet and like her connection to Devlin and Grace and this weak alibi she has with Chris.
Lucy, if you're so convinced that you actually have information, then why haven't you gone to the police? Instead, you run off to Scott because your only goal is to break them up because you can't stand to see him with another woman or Serena getting a new mother.
That is a disgusting thing to say.
Well, it's a disgusting thing to do. I have to go change for Catherine's service. Tell me something, Lucy. How long has it been since you broke up Catherine and Scott? 4 years? 5? And now you're at it again. I think it's time that you ask yourself why it's so important for you to always have Scott available.
Catherine was only after Scott's money, that's all.
We have all heard that side of the story. What you always leave out is that they cared about each other.
And they would never have made each other happy.
You don't know that. Any more than you know that Eve isn't right for Scott. You leave them alone, Lucy. You let them find out for themselves.
No, I'm not going to do that because I was right about Catherine.
You were only half right. You were only half right about Catherine. And you're all wrong about Eve. You go ahead. You keep trying to get yourself in between Scott and Eve. Go ahead and try and break them up. Oh, you'll lose Scott as a friend, all right. At the very least. He won't put up with it. And I sure won't.
I've been looking all over for you. I want to talk to you.
Wait, no, me first. Whatever else I've been, I'm not a coward. And running away is not my style.